Are you good now?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Welcome back to the Popcorn Hour. I'm your co-host, Matt.
And I'm your co-host, James.
And today we're talking Sinners.
Not in a religious context, but
yeah, no.
this is pretty long overdue. But I mean, it's now free, so I guess it's
Well, it was pretty long overdue for me to watch it.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
watch
took
it in
you
theaters.
way too long.
Yeah. But, I don't got the time like you do to go to the movie theaters.
Well, they hate us because they ain't us.
Yeah. Well,
That's a bad movie.
yeah. What have you been watching?
You go first on this.
You want me to go first?
Yeah,
okay.
you're gonna be impressed by mine. Watch.
I've been checking on your Letterboxd and you haven't logged anything.
I know, because you were gonna say something.
Oh, okay. So you waited.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've been watching the Mission Impossible movies.
Mm.
So last time we filmed it was on 3.
Mm.
So I finished 3 finally. Some of these have taken me a little bit longer to finish, like 3 days. But Ghost Protocol, Rogue Nation, Fallout, and then I'm just like 20 minutes from finishing Dead Reckoning.
Yeah, that was quick.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite one so far?
I really liked 3.
That's not a common pick for most people.
No.
A lot of people say Fallout.
Fallout is really good. It's weird because normally movies don't get significantly better as time goes on, but these movies have, other than 2 is definitely the worst. Dead Reckoning it's not great, but it's good, but the AI kind of input into it. But Fallout was really, really good. I really liked Rogue Nation as well. So, I mean, they're getting like slightly better and better. My rankings aren't going to show that, but because there were some parts of it where I was like, that's kind of dumb. But
what other franchises do you think get better and better? I think same thing happened with Rocky. Rocky 1 was good. Yeah. I don't like Rocky 2.
Yeah.
But Rocky 3 was great.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one. And then Rocky 4 was amazing. And then we don't talk about the other 2.
Yeah. Harry Potter got pretty good as time went on.
Fast and Furious?
Fast and Furious, absolutely not. I tanked real fast.
Transformers, the original trilogy.
Those got significantly better.
Back to the Future. Not the third one, though.
I like the third one.
I like the third one, but I think the second one is the best.
Yeah.
I think the Toy Story does the same thing. Or the Silver Dollar trilogy.
No, true. Yeah. Yeah.
Dark Knight trilogy, arguably. I like Rises more than...
Yeah.
What is it with this? Do you hear that?
Yeah,
it's got a creaky desk.
I don't know. But I totally forgot that Final Reckoning came out in the end of May. So it's not on any streaming thing yet.
So how did...
I'm not there yet. I'm Dead Reckoning. I'm on Dead Reckoning. So I think it comes out on Amazon Prime on the 19th. And I might just go ahead and spend the $20 to rent it just to get it over with. Wow. But we'll see. I watched The Pickup. It's the new movie with Eddie Murphy and Pete Davidson.
How was that?
I liked it a lot.
Oh. What is it on?
It's on Amazon Prime. It's an Amazon Prime original, I believe. It was good.
I didn't know that came out.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was a movie that was going to be in theaters. Mm-hmm. And I saw it on Amazon Prime. I was like, ooh. And I really wanted to watch it because Roman Reigns is in it. And it was funny because he doesn't have a big part at all. He has 2 lines. And his character, it's not a spoiler or anything because this character is means nothing to the actual movie. But he's a MMA fighter. And before they showed him, they showed one of those fight posters, fight night posters of him and his opponent. And he didn't have a name. So it was champ, and then his opponent had his name. And the photo that they used for Roman Reigns was one of his photos for WWE. So he had his iconic leather glove that or I guess it's not really a glove, but it's more like a, what do they call them? What does Wonder Woman have? What are those called?
Gauntlets.
It's like a gauntlet.
Was he Michael Jackson?
No. But it was funny, and then his opponent had cheap looking MMA gloves on. Overall it was a really funny movie, and I didn't think it was bad at all. So I liked it. Then my wife wanted to watch it. My wife wanted to watch a movie. I didn't want to watch it. It's called The Oxford Year. It came out this year. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. It's a romance movie, but it's one of those typical cookie cutter. Girl has high ambitions, and then everything kind of gets derailed by like some guy she met, and the guy ends up being like her teacher, and there's like a love story there, and then something happens, and then she hates him, and then they end up getting back together and stuff like that. So
This
the
almost
ending
sounds
was,
like Anyone But You.
yeah,
You literally just described it, except for the teacher thing.
yeah, literally, it's a cookie cutter romance movie.
I hate how Jason Bourne made like all these like I didn't really like The Gray Man that was directed by the Russo brothers.
Oh yeah.
Because it was just so cookie cutter, like textbook, that type of story.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got like the Jason Statham movies. Like
All
I
of
like
them.
the Mechanic. I like
Yeah.
both of them.
I like the first one. I don't like the second one.
I like the second one more than the first.
Really?
For some reason. But and then now I feel like every romance movie that's come out is something like that.
Yeah,
And I think
especially
that was
Netflix.
that probably came from like 50 First Dates.
Possibly, yeah.
That one definitely popularized it.
Yeah, it was definitely like a Netflix movie.
Yeah.
And I think the lead actress in it, I was reading the reviews on Letterboxd, and everybody, like multiple people, said that she needs to get out of the Netflix trend and do something good to save her career or something like that. I was like, this is.
So are you now like officially a big Letterboxd guy?
Now that I'm figuring it out, yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna buy the premium? I've been thinking about buying the premium for like 2 years.
What does the premium do? I didn't even know there was a premium.
You get to see your stats. So like the movies that you watch the most, your watch time. I think movies like around the world, like what part of the world. You get just like see your movie stats, and then so when you log them, you can change the poster.
How much
and
is
there's
that?
no ads.
Well, ads don't bother me. They're not like
So
crazy ads.
there's a pro. It's $19 for a whole year. You just pay one time.
That's not bad.
And then Patreon is, I think this is the one that you have to pay for to get the posters. Oh yeah, and when you buy one of them, you can like choose your streaming service and stuff, and you can select movies by streaming service,
Oh,
so you can see what is on what platform.
that's cool.
But the Patreon is $49 for a year, and then you get to everything in Pro. You get to change your posters. You can have like a backdrop thing on your reviews, and you get to be on their like Patreon page.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I didn't even know they had that. That's cool. I'll probably wait until I log more. I mean, it kind of makes sense for you to do it because you've used it for a while now. But
I do want to change the poster so bad. I get so upset every time I see like someone I follow, like their reviews, and then they have like especially for this movie Sinners, they're such good posters. I'm like, I want to change the poster.
Okay.
And like Fantastic Four.
Oh
Also,
yeah,
that one's got great posters.
yeah. I since I just figured out how to log it to where it counts how many times I've watched it. I'll probably wait until I watch more.
Spend a day just logging Never Back Down in the Dark Knight.
Yeah, hundreds of times. Yeah.
Okay, you ready for mine?
Yeah.
Okay, so after we filmed on Thursday, that night, caught up on Dexter, the new show.
Mm-hmm.
Ready?
Hold up.
All right.
How's Dexter Resurrection? 'Cause I'm getting really excited to watch it.
It's I like it a lot, and I feel like it's kind of progressing.
Okay.
Some stuff's a little like far fetched from like what the original show had done, but one of the characters that you're not gonna like at all, you're gonna be upset that you don't like him. Just saying that.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
I've seen nothing.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't seen anything since we filmed. I just have not had time.
I figured.
I was disappointed, and then I saw a clip the other day of, this is annoying that I can't remember his name. He's like,
You're not very good with names anyway. It's fine.
I'm bad with names, but I'm better at it when it comes. Orson Welles, the guy that directed like Citizen Kane.
Mm-hmm.
That's his most notable movie. I saw a clip of him the other day where he was like, there's like an issue with young directors or like people getting into film and just watching too many films, so that it can't really like absorb like or retain what they had watched. I did notice that on the plane, especially with like the more artistic style movies like Bronson that I watched. I really like that movie, and I wish that I kind of watched that separately on a day where I didn't watch 8 movies in a day.
Yeah.
Because then it just kind of like you forget the meaning and the purpose of what they are, and it's just kind of like. Yeah. He also said something that I thought was really funny. He says the homage is a terrible thing that people do in film. So, which Sinners does it a lot, but I do like it. So Sinners does like take elements from other movies and has like its own spin on it, and it's like a tribute to that other movie. So like I noticed some Gladiator elements, Shaun of the Dead, From Dusk Till Dawn, Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed a lot of those. Like I know there's a lot more, but a lot of like slight homages.
Oh, okay. Nice.
But I will be watching American Graffiti tonight. I know that because I know today's like an anniversary for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, might as well watch it.
Oh,
George
okay.
Lucas movie. So
Nice. All right. Well, are you ready to get into this?
yeah.
All right. So today we're talking about Sinners, which is directed by Ryan Coogler. This is going to be our spoiler-free section, so you're fine. When did you go watch it? Did you go watch it the day it came out?
I think I watched it the Saturday it came out, so the day after.
Okay.
The only thing I knew about this movie is that Ryan Coogler was the director. He directed Creed 1 and both Black Panther movies. So I knew that this was his like original box office,
Mm-hmm.
big box office movie. So this was his debut for an original. So I didn't really know how to feel about that because I haven't seen like his indie projects or whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't know. I saw the trailers, but I just really didn't pay attention because I didn't want to know anything about the movie.
Well, they also didn't really show much.
I didn't watch the first trailer. I really watched because I was really curious what it was, and I had no clue. At first, I thought he was like in the mafia, and I thought it was just one brother and not two.
Oh
That
yeah.
was just one. I thought Michael B. Jordan was just one guy,
Yeah.
and then it showed like the shot of him. I guess I like combined two shots in my head, and it was him at the end of the movie when he's rolling a cigarette. And then a shot of like the exterior at night. But for some reason in my head I kind of combined them, so I thought he was just sitting outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden people start like walking up to the house, and then I was like, "What the hell is happening?"
Yeah.
I thought that was a house for some reason,
Mm.
and then I didn't watch the other trailer.
Yeah.
And it played in a theater, and I didn't pay attention because I didn't want to like see anything
Yeah.
for like see any spoilers. And then the movie started, and it does that thing that it does at the beginning, and I was like, what is this movie about?
Mm.
I was so confused, and I'm really happy that I went into it blind.
Yeah. I was totally unsure about what this movie was about because I watched the trailer. I don't mind the trailers, but I watched it and then I was like, I have no idea what this movie's about. And then there was a particular shot in the trailer of
One of the female characters.
yeah,
That kind of, I do remember
and I was like, it could be one of two things.
that when that trailer played, when that one played, and I like tried to ignore it, I started watching it. I was just going to look away the second they started showing spoilers. And then it like showed a part, like it showed like her arm.
Mm-hmm.
And then I immediately like just looked away. Like I fully turned around. I was like, I'm just gonna wait till this movie comes out, because I don't want to know anything.
Yeah.
My expectations were like, I want to say average. I thought it was gonna be a 3.5. I don't rate anything 5-star, but it was definitely a 4.5.
Yeah.
I think. And I think when I left the theater, I said it was a 4. Thought about it, and I was like, that's a 4.5. I like that movie a lot.
Now, how many times did you watch it?
In theaters, twice.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of theaters, none.
Okay. Okay. So I didn't go watch it in theaters.
Mhm.
I don't have that kind of time, but I watched it on the plane to
Wait a minute.
Norway.
You watched like, how many movies have you watched since we filmed last? What was that 5?
Yeah.
You couldn't go to the movies?
Well, okay, no, because our movie theaters are like 40 minutes away.
Oh, yeah,
It
you're-
requires us to be gone all day.
Yeah, I forgot that you.
It's like yeah, it's like a 6-hour commitment. Now you get
That is not 6 hours. It takes, like, if you go see like a 2-hour movie,
it feels like 6 hours.
if you go see a 2-hour movie and say it takes you at most 2 hours to commute there, even though it's like a 40 minute drive.
Well, it depends on what movie theater we go to.
Exactly. So I would say 2 hours of commuting. That's like 4 hours total.
Yeah, I guess it's almost 6 hours.
It's over
It
50.
feel-
It's
it-
over 50%.
It feels like 6 hours because you're just so drained afterwards.
I'm not. Movie theater is my favorite place in the world.
I do like going to the movie theaters. I just wish we had one.
I
that
wish
was
that we
like
had a good
10 minutes.
I wish that we had a good theater.
Yes, yeah, because like I don't nothing against Habersham, but I would rather not go there and
Yeah.
go to like AMC, which is
I'd
55
rather
minutes.
go to the one that we were next to in North Carolina
yeah,
theater.
yeah. that
When I
was a
went
good
back,
one.
it was better than it was kind of like, I don't. There was like a TV show that referenced this where like if you have gas station sushi all the time, every time you have good sushi, it's just that much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like the difference between, I don't know, like ordinary and extraordinary.
It's just
It's
a
that
little extra.
extra.
Yeah. So I did go watch Sinners in theaters, but it came out on HBO Max, and I think it was like it came out a couple days before we left for Norway.
Mm.
Yeah. So I downloaded it and watched it on the plane to Norway. I think that was the second movie I watched on the plane, and I, since I didn't really know much about the movie other than what you've told me, I was like unsure if I would like it, but I liked it a lot.
Mm.
It had a lot of good moments.
I did say I think Baby Driver is the better version of Drive, and I do think that this movie is the significantly better version of From Dusk Till Dawn.
That's that's a good
'Cause-
comparison. It's the same, but it's not the same
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Which it like kind of when I watched From Dusk Till Dawn, I was like, wow,
Mhm.
there's a lot of similarities. Once From Dusk Till Dawn hit that weird point where it was just a total tone change.
Mhm.
Once it hit that, after that, I was like, okay, I see where a lot of inspiration came from. Except Ryan Coogler just did it better
Yeah,
in every way. I think in every aspect did better.
that's fair. The I don't know. The From Dusk Till Dawn has a really strong start.
Really good first half.
Yeah, and then it just kind of falls off into that weird kind of what is this type of movie. But I think Sinners, I was invested the entire time.
Yeah.
Like I was glued to my iPad watching it.
Yeah, it was funny. You looked like,
I was also in a lot of pain, so
yeah, you were like leaning forward for most of the movie, and you were just mouth breathing. You were like,
yeah,
that was funny.
yeah.
So what did you give it out of 5?
I give it 4.5.
Yeah, I enjoyed this movie a lot more than I had like anticipated because I really didn't know how I was gonna feel about it
Mm-hmm.
because I just didn't know anything. But it is definitely up there for definitely in my top 2, top 3 for favorite of the year and what I think is the best of the year. It's a very, if you don't know anything about the movie, it'll keep you kind of guessing and keep you like on your toes.
Yeah, there was a lot
I
of
hate that phrase, but
there was a lot of surprises,
Yeah.
and like there were a lot of moments where I didn't know where the movie was actually going and how it was gonna kind of unfold, and then especially like the main villains, I guess you could say, of the movie. Like I was very unsure of how it
that
would.
was gonna work.
Yeah.
Or like the logic of the movie.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
had pretty
the
good
logic.
continuity.
Yeah.
Like the story continuity.
Yeah,
And actually just in general continuity. I didn't really notice any like big errors at all.
No, I didn't either. The pacing was really good.
Pacing first time watching it was really good. It felt really slow
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like going with it. And then the third act I do think is a little quick. But
Okay.
rewatching it, the movie just flies by. And it's kind of
I haven't watched it
disappointing.
again since.
It's kind of disappointing, but I still enjoy it. Not as much because of how much like the shock factor had the first time I watched it.
Right.
But the second time it was just quick. It was super quick. It was just
Better
it was
watch
like
it
I
again.
sat down and then the credits were rolling.
Maybe I'll try to watch it again. How long is the movie?
That's like a little over 2 hours, like 2 hours 16, I think.
138 minutes. So
Yeah. Whoa, I was close.
yeah,
I was off by 2.
yeah. I really like all the music.
I will say, so Ryan Coogler, the director, found, I guess he was at a blues bar or a blues jazz bar, and he said it was very dark in there, and he could just hear this guy like singing and playing a guitar. I think it was guitar, and he was like, that's the dude I need for this movie, and like found him, and then the guy, his name is Miles Canton, who is like the secondary main character of this movie. He talked to him and was like, you would be perfect for this. And it was his first ever acting gig. And wow, that was surprising because the movie ended and it said now introducing Miles Canton. I was like, that was his first ever acting gig?
He did a really good job.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
I would never have guessed.
Like,
That
could you
was
imagine?
his first
Like, let's look at Conor McGregor's first movie.
version of Conor McGregor.
So just Conor McGregor
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, seriously, that. Yeah,
but he did
completely
really
different.
good, and I do think because Michael B. Jordan plays twins.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the Smokestack twins, so Smoke and Stack. I
Cool
do think,
names.
yeah,
Cool
those are really
names.
cool. Now we cousins.
Yeah.
That was funny. And then I do think that one of the characters was meant for Jonathan Majors.
Oh, okay.
Probably Smoke. Probably Stack, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Because like in Creed 3, he was a little. Jonathan Majors was a little more like aggressive, kind of unpredictable.
Yeah, very aggressive. Yeah.
And then Michael B. Jordan was very kind of reserved.
Mm.
So I feel like he was meant to be in that movie. And it does feel like for the first 10 minutes that Michael B. Jordan is a little awkward and trying to find like the accent and the characters.
Mm-hmm.
But it immediately just like goes away.
Yeah.
And then I was like, because at first I was like, this is a little awkward. And then I was like, okay, I am invested.
Yeah.
He did so good at playing two characters. Like they really felt like a different, like Mickey 17. Watching that, I'm like, yeah, it's just Robert Pattinson. I guess it's different because he's a clone, but they had different personalities. But like this, I was like, oh no, that's Smoke, that's Stack, that's not
Michael B. Jordan.
B.
Jordan. Yeah. Yeah. I think maybe it could have been hard for him to act with himself. Like shoot one scene.
Or one of them could have been Chadwick Boseman, actually, because Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman are like, actually they've both done the same amount of movies with Ryan Coogler.
Yeah.
So that would have been interesting to see Chadwick in that. And there is a line at some point in the movie, which I'll talk about later once we get into the spoilers, that I think was meant for Chadwick Boseman.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm really excited to talk about like the details, because this movie had so many details, and I feel like it's one of those where every time you watch it, you'll pick up on something new. Like I saw a thing the other day that like blew my mind, that completely changed my perspective on the villain, like the main villain of this movie.
Okay. There were like especially in the beginning, since Michael B. Jordan's playing two different characters, I was interested to see how it would share the screen. And I was really impressed by the seamlessness of the shooting, because like you see it sometimes, especially for some reason there's been a lot of movies where there's
a lot of twin movies this year. I think there's at least like 8.
Yeah. But in the past when they've done
something
it,
with a twin,
you could definitely see like they have to shoot it a
one
certain
of them's
way.
out of frame. One of them's a little off. The color is off on one of them. Like one of them might look a little darker because like the lighting is different. One of them might look a little grainy, a little fuzzy.
Yeah, or they only shoot like the backside with the stand-in and then do it that way.
There was one movie, I think in the late 2000s, where they did that, where they had twins, but they showed their face once, and then from that point on, it's just over-the-shoulder shots. One movie that recently did it bad was the Flash movie.
Oh yeah,
that was bad.
Yeah, that was really bad.
I mean,
like, you could tell,
CGI
but
problems.
This one, like they put in a lot of effort to make it so seamless and kind of flow correctly.
So the reason why there has been so many more like twin stuff now is because the rigs that they hook the camera up to, they have these like robotic rigs. So for example, if you're watching the video version, it might make a little more sense. On the desk, they have this rig that's called a rail, which it literally looks like train tracks. And you just put the camera on like 4 wheels. It is literally a train track rail. That's what it is. You just push it. But now they have these rigs. So if you were to do something like this 15 years ago or something, you would have to like try to have the exact same movement. So if it's just sliding on the rail, like a truck shot, it's called, then they would just have to like do it like 50 times to make one of them would probably have the right timing. But like once you start and then once like having the exact same motion, it will never be consistent. You will not be able to replicate it. But now with these robotic rigs, they just press a button and the camera will move the exact same direction, the exact same speed, stop at the same point, and it's perfect. And so now, because they can do that in editing, it's really easy to crop out one person or one half of the screen, and then because it's the exact same shot, then they don't have to like do anything to the seam because there's not going to be a seam. So it just looks clean, looks perfect. Like that's why it's just so seamless now. Yeah, because now they don't have to like hope, like if they're filming outside now, they don't have to hope that it's gonna like the cloud is gonna cover the sun or a different size cloud.
Yeah.
Now they can just do it like back to back.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. So that's how it looks so good.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's
Okay.
why they're doing it a lot, especially this year, because it's just easy.
Yeah.
Like Superman did it.
Mm-hmm.
That one, they did have a few like just over the shoulder shots.
Yeah.
Which I was fine with that.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, it was a fight scene, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like that big of a deal. If it's
Ow.
a talking scene, like there are certain things I would like for it to just be like face to face, just to see like both reactions at the same time. But I mean, the Superman one wasn't bothersome at all, so I was okay with it. This one was done really well, although there were too many times where it was really only in like the beginning where
There's a lot of times in the juke joint, and that's when I think it looks the best because there's just so much movement happening with everyone,
mm-hmm.
and or like the one shot where they're like in that closet room,
Yeah.
that looks really good. Like everything looked great.
Mm-hmm.
It was visually really good. I really enjoyed the jump scares of this movie because I don't really think it's that much of a horror movie. I think it's
It's
not glorified, but like a more emphasized thriller.
Yeah.
I think I hate jump scares because they're just so predictable, and it's like that's why this movie's scary, is just because someone like just screams into the camera.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you could do something a little better. But this one is more realistic. Like, these jump scares are like what they're reacting to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think
like right off the bat, I was like, oh.
It kind of sucks you into the movie because it puts you in like their perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the way they started the movie off.
Yeah.
It was really cool. And then I feel like it did it a couple more times, but it wasn't like I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it worked out really well.
And I don't know. I forgot to mention this when we talked about the the music, but the composer was Ludwig Göransson, which he's done like Tenet. I think he did Oppenheimer. I'm pretty sure he did, but he's kind of going toe to toe with Hans Zimmer now. But it was just amazing. It was great. I think it'll win. I think in my review I said it'll win best score, best original soundtrack. I think it'll be nominated for best original screenplay, and I think it'll be nominated for best picture at the Oscars. Those are my predictions, but I think it'll win score and soundtrack.
Okay.
And I think it's a good contender for best original screenplay.
Yeah, it was a really good movie.
Because I don't really know what other score this year can really compete with it. Not really that I can think of.
No.
Soundtrack, this might be a hot take, but I could see like 28 years later.
Oh, really?
I could see that being up there for soundtrack. And maybe even sound design. Speaking of sound design, I thought this movie had a really good sound design, really interesting. It was very abrupt, and it felt old.
Yeah.
Which I liked.
It felt like the time frame that it was in. That's what I thought too. Like, I like movies that are set that early in time, and it really made it feel that way with everything, every piece of sound that they did.
Usually, my biggest issue with movies, like period piece movies, is that it's obvious a lot of times. It's like that guy's not from like 1810.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's obviously literally just put his phone in his pocket.
Yeah.
But I think this movie did a really good job at making everyone seem like everyone fit in really well to the time.
Yeah, and I like the dialogue.
I like the dialogue
a lot, especially Smoke and Stack. Their lines are so good.
There's just some crazy lines that are just like thrown out of nowhere, and it is so funny.
Yeah, it did have some nice comedic moments.
Yeah, it did have like, especially one of the characters. His name is Slim.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot of great moments.
Yeah,
I think. Oh yeah, another movie that this has like an homage to is The Thing, which has my favorite scene. Implements my favorite scene from John Carpenter's The Thing in this, and I thought it was like one of the funniest or like one of the best highlights of this movie.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it. But I'm ready to get into the spoilers because there's just so much. So from now on, this episode has spoilers. We're gonna be talking about everything. So go watch it if you haven't, or just beware. What do you want? You want to start off with like the characters?
Yeah. There's specific things that I want to talk about, but we can hold off. But Michael B. Jordan, I think, did a really good job playing both Smoke and Stack. Who's your
Yeah.
favorite?
I like Smoke.
I like Stack.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, you're wearing red, and I don't have any blue.
No. Your shoes, not to go off topic, but your shoes, we actually just bought Jackson a pair of those shoes. Like the exact same
That's funny.
color. So, but yeah, I like Stack the best. Why do you like Smoke the best?
I don't know. I thought he was just. I like just how he was more reserved, and he was like the. Even though they were twins, he was like the older brother to Stack. He was like trying to protect him.
Yeah.
That's why he was like he kind of let Stack do his own, but they still relied on each other, which I thought was like an interesting perspective because Smoke has a lot of PTSD, and so he has tremors. That's why he can't roll his own cigarettes. So Stack does that, and that's why at the end of the movie when he's like rolling them, he just can't. And then he's kind of like I thought that moment was one of the best moments in the movie because then you really feel like the weight of everything that had happened.
Yeah.
And, like everyone's just dead.
Right. Yeah. It seemed like they had a lot of like a crazy history.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Because they mentioned that they worked for Al Capone in Chicago, and then they both had fought in World War One. And this movie takes place during the Jim Crow era, and it's obvious that they have some sort of history with that.
Yeah.
And then they both had their own history with this town that you can really feel once they come back because you start learning a little more about it. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
And these were like very deep characters. And I guess I'll just say now because I think I'll forget it later. The line that I think was meant for Chadwick Boseman is during the mid-credit scene, which played first in the post-credits, I guess. It is Miles Canton's character, but older. He says, Preacher Boy. I don't remember what his actual name was. But he said, was that day like the best day of your life? And then Michael B. Jordan says,
Sammy.
He's like, yeah, Sammy. He's like, I haven't seen my brother since then. Or last time I seen my brother, last time I seen the sunset, or last time I seen the sun. And the last time that Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick Boseman were on screen together in a Ryan Coogler movie was Black Panther when they're both sitting there, like staring at the sun.
Yeah.
I think that was probably an homage.
That would have been crazy. I would have liked that a lot. I mean, the line is still there, so it's like,
Yeah.
But knowing that now, I'm like, dude, that's a really good line to have. Okay.
But I loved like the emotional beats that this movie had because it had serious beats, emotional beats, funny beats, and they all had really high highs, and there were no lows. Especially when Stack is perceived to be dead.
Yeah.
Then you're really just like, wow, that's like it felt like a loss. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And then that really weird scene before that, where Haley Steinfeld's spitting in his mouth.
Oh my gosh.
It was weird. Her character was like out of pocket.
But she did so good. Oh my gosh. When that scene happened, I just remember just like my mouth just dropped. And just like I was so grossed out. And then I look over because
Because you were like, when you did that, you like opened your mouth and you looked up and you're like,
no, that's not funny. No, because I was sitting on this side, and then you were we had nobody in the middle, and then you were right next to me, and then I just kind of slowly look over, and you're just sitting there laughing so hard
because I felt you like, or felt like your head move, and I was like, wait a minute, I feel like this is the scene, and I looked at your tablet and I just started laughing.
Yeah, that was so gross. It was everything about that was so nasty because he's like,
I want to know, was that real?
Oh, I don't know.
I want to know, but I don't want to know. I also want to know who the intimacy coordinator was.
Yeah.
Because this guy either just did not like have fun in this movie because it must have been so weird and awkward. Like, hey, you're just gonna spit in his mouth.
Yeah, it wasn't even just spit, like, because I think the line was, baby, you're drooling. And then she says something.
She says,
you want some? And then,
So
and then it
gross.
just like a huge
It was like a
glob of it.
loogie.
Just
It reminded me of Big Daddy
yes.
when they're like doing the spit thing where it like goes down to like their chest and they like
Yeah.
slurp it back up.
Oh my gosh, that was so gross. And so the dialogue between those two was just off the wall and
Like
wild.
the
Because at the
train?
train station,
Yeah, that one was funny.
I will-
That one was. I was just kind of sitting there like, okay, they're at the train station.
Yeah.
They're obviously these two have a history, and then she just throws out that line, and I just like took me out for a second. I was like, whoa.
yeah,
I was like, okay, I thought she was more of like a reserved character. Nope.
not even close. And that's what I thought too. I thought honestly, this movie was not anywhere close to what I expected
This
it to be.
movie, if there was an Oscar for shock factor, this movie would easily win it for the
Yeah.
year.
Yeah,
It just kept getting crazier and crazier. I really enjoyed. I don't think there was a character I didn't like. I liked all of the characters. I mean, some they didn't really have much of a story, like the Indians, but it kind of kept you wondering.
hmm I've seen some people say that they want a spinoff of the Cherokee.
I think that would be really interesting
That would
because
be
we're
cool.
Cherokee.
Yeah,
That would be really cool to see that.
yeah, that would be nice. Because like Cherokee vampire hunters,
That'd be cool.
that would be so cool. Especially if they had Ryan Coogler do it. Like
Yeah.
I think it would work out really well. Because a lot of people were like, "Oh, the way they're dressed is just so cool," and I think if we got one of those, I would like it a lot.
I really enjoyed.
I didn't put a rogue in today.
I really
awesome.
enjoyed Remick, which is the villain, played by Jack O'Connell. I like him as an actor. He's not one of my favorites because he hasn't done like a lot, but like everything I've seen him in, I've enjoyed it, including 28 Years Later. Even though people did not like that, I enjoyed it because it had like a history behind it. But
Okay,
also Remick, that's just a interesting name.
it is an interesting name.
Also, I was gonna put this in trivia. I don't care. Do you know who his character is based off of? This is another homage one.
Mm-mm.
So Ryan Coogler watched Puss in Boots: The Last Wish
No way.
and sent him and said, "You need to watch this movie," and it was like, make Remick like the character Death in this movie, which is also why he has red eyes because he was on a guy called Straw Hat Goofy who's on his podcast, and they were talking about it, and he goes, "What do you notice between those two characters that's the exact same?" And he was like, "I don't know," and he's like, "His eyes." He's like, "Oh, the red eyes." Yeah, he was like, "Yeah, I just took that from that movie. I thought that was cool."
Huh?
There's no like nothing behind it. Yeah, I thought it was just interesting.
Have you watched that movie?
Oh yeah, I've seen it
Okay.
twice.
Okay.
I've seen it actually no, I've seen it like 4.5 times, but the 3.5 were not voluntary, and it just got like segments.
Oh, okay. Because I have
It
not.
was a good movie. I was very surprised. I
Really?
didn't think it was gonna be good.
I think I only watched like the first 2 Shreks.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to
Everything after
rewatch
that, I
them.
didn't watch it. Any of it.
I like don't remember them that
Mm.
much. But so I really liked Cornbread.
Yeah.
I liked
I like him as an actor.
yeah.
He does a lot of like. He's kind of like the comic relief in everything he's in,
Mhm.
almost. But not so much where you're like making fun of him. It's just like the way he is just comedic in like a serious moment. Especially like once he turned. Like that was, I don't know what the.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, and then but
Especially when
you felt bad.
the general store owner,
Mhm.
the Asian family,
hmm
when after he turned and he goes with the thing and he's like telling his wife like, "Come on, let's go." And she's like, "You don't see that?" And he's like, "Cornbread's just hungry. He's just hungry."
Yeah. Yeah, Sammy.
I liked Sammy a lot.
I did too, and it just baffles me that was his first role. I
He's
liked
got
his
a-
voice.
Yeah, he's got a
really
incredible voice.
Yeah, he should probably get into some voice acting.
He should get into singing.
He sang pretty good as well.
Yeah, he'd be. Yeah, I'd like to see him do some voice acting.
Yeah, there was before watching this, I had this like theory about what this movie was going to be about, and I had a couple theories honestly. Like I thought Haley's character, she was going to be like the villain of the movie, and like when he saw her at the train station, I was like, oh, the villain's here. And then it just didn't go that way.
Mhm.
But also, it reminded me of a specific episode in Supernatural where we're kind of introduced to like the crossroads deals and the Crossroad Demons, and in that specific episode, it's like the same time frame, and it's about somebody who wishes for fame and become like a huge popular musician, like a really popular jazz musician that plays guitar.
Hmm.
So I thought that's where it was kind of heading as well. Like they made a deal with, you know, vampires or something, or like, you know, whatever the case may be.
People
And
do
then
want
like,
spin-offs though.
huh?
People do want a lot of spin-offs. People want a prequel of Chicago. People want
That would be so
uh a obviously the Cherokee one. They want a Remick prequel maybe. And I've seen a lot of sequels for the 90s because of the mid-credit
good.
scene.
Yeah, I'd be okay with any of those. This,
I just hope if that because I would like them to either do Chicago prequel
mhm.
or a Cherokee prequel, but I know that if they do one, then it's just going to become an IP, and then by the end of it, they're going to have like 5 movies, and then they're just not going to be that good.
Yeah, I maybe not the one like in the 90s.
Maybe a book. Maybe Ryan Coogler wants to get into writing books. I think he could write all of these books.
Yeah, that'd be a good graphic novel.
Yeah, that would be. Oh yeah, if they have like the artist that did like The Walking Dead,
Yeah,
that'd look cool.
I don't think I'd want to see like a 90s like a sequel.
I wouldn't either.
I think it would kind of make like Sinners not that
Ooh,
great.
actually, I did see. There's another one of people talking about the hates because Smoke's wife,
Yeah.
girlfriend, thinks that the vampires are hates. So, like, I've seen
Mm,
people saying that a spinoff of like other demonic creatures that they talked about in this movie.
okay. Yeah. I think the Chicago one would be really cool because I think it would be completely separate. It would be a completely separate movie.
I feel like they could do that a show and get the people that did 1923.
Okay. Yeah,
I feel like that would be a good
that would work.
tonal. It's also like literally almost pretty close to the same year.
Yeah. Remick, a prequel about Remick.
I don't think it's necessary because there's like apparently some newspapers in the movie
Mhm.
that they've released that you can see where Remick showed up 20 years prior to the U.S. on a boat that was like on fire. But it is revealed in one line that Remick is like 2,000 years oldish,
Okay.
and he was an Irish slave. And that was something that Ryan Coogler tried to implement because the history of Irish
Mhm.
and people from Africa,
Yeah.
like their history is very similar.
Okay.
A lot more similarities than a lot of people realize.
Mhm.
So he tried to like emphasize how they were closer than they thought. And the thing that completely changed my perspective on Remick's character is he's wearing a wedding band.
I didn't notice that.
So that's why he's trying to bring back his people. So he's
Yeah.
probably bringing back whoever he was, whoever his family was, whoever his friends were.
Yeah.
Because it's revealed that he was an Irish slave.
Mhm.
So I'm assuming he had like bonds with people that he wanted to bring back,
Yeah.
and Sammy was the only way. Which I'm curious how that would have worked.
Yeah. I don't know. It was I like the theory of
That's
it.
also why
Though.
he has gold
Yeah.
because there's a constant recurring theme that Stack says a lot of old money is good money. I think he says,
Mhm.
and that's why when like Remick pulls out the coins, he's like, "Yeah, you can go in."
Okay. Yeah.
I was also confused at first when they were like they needed to be invited in, and I feel like that can be interpreted in like many different ways, for because that is I guess like a vampire thing.
Yeah, it's
But
like
the
one of
movie
the
is
most.
also called like Sinners, so it could be a thing of like inviting sin into your home
Oh
or into
yeah,
your
that's a
thing,
good interpretation.
or
I immediately thought vampires.
'cause I didn't know that that was like a vampire thing.
Yeah, I so seeing the trailer, especially like
Shot of
the shot of
Haley.
Haley, immediately either thought zombies or vampires. More likely vampires, but then as soon as like we need to be invited in, and like the way they said it, it was like it wasn't nope, it wasn't like some random person in the barn was like, oh, they're vampires. In order for them to come in, they need to be invited in
Mhm.
to let the audience know. It was like a very subtle, like, are you going to invite me in? And then it can be interpreted that way. which was nice. I hate when movies do that, where it's like some random person in the group knows information about what's going on, and then has to explain it so that the audience understands. I'd rather it just happen a little bit more organically.
This one happened organically because the girl that does it, she thought it was something else. So she explained something else and was like, "Oh no, these are vampires."
Yeah,
And then they're all like, "What?"
yeah,
And then okay, I really like the Universal monsters. So like especially the older stuff like Frankenstein, The Bride of Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Invisible Woman, Wolfman, The Mummy, Dracula. And then I feel like I really like how that's kind of being retold now. And because of Twilight, vampires have been kind of like lame and
Yeah.
very like girly.
yeah,
And then this year, I don't know if you can really count Nosferatu because it came out Christmas of last year. It's like 6 days before
yeah.
2025.
It can count.
Those two, I feel like they're changing it back. Or like even Dracula Untold, we talk about that one a lot.
Yeah,
Like it's just making them cool again
yeah. I mean,
and
well,
intimidating.
I mean, to me,
Well, there's also been like Renfield and then
Yeah.
whatever that Dracula one was where they're like on a ship. I do want to watch that.
oh, it's on Paramount Plus.
Okay.
It's one of my next watches.
I'm gonna
What
watch
is
that.
it? Something Demeter.
Yeah,
Yeah, Voyage of Demeter.
yeah,
yeah.
I want to watch that.
I do too. Yeah, the vampires have always been kind of lame due to the Twilight movies,
Yeah.
but I've always liked the idea of vampires, and I like the idea that the way to kill them can be different,
Yeah.
and so
Lost Boys.
yeah, the
Such
Lost
a good
Boys.
movie. There was elements of like Lost Boys that you could
Mhm.
tell in this movie, and it's just
Yeah, and so I can't remember. Did they say that if you kill the person that turned them, it's not gonna change anything? Okay.
it's kind of like they're a vampire, but the person Remick was like a group leader, I guess.
hmm
So because of he had like a control over them, so they all wanted the same goal as him. So they're
Yeah.
all like working under him and
Yeah.
not like mindless just vampires, not
Mhm.
zombies. But once he died, then they kind of had their own free will and control.
Yeah, but they were still vampires.
It was kind of like it kind of reminded me of Get Out, how they're like once their brain gets like transferred, they are able to they're watching everything, but they
Mhm.
just don't have control. So I
Right.
feel like that's what I thought was kind of happening here, is that their soul, they could see what was happening and they knew what was happening, but they just had no control.
Right. Yeah.
And I'll just go ahead and say my like favorite scene from The Thing that was in this movie was the interrogation scene. So in The Thing, they're trying to figure out who is turned. So they have this little tray,
hmm
and then they have don't want to like spoil what it is, but they're trying to figure out who is what, and it is. I don't have anxiety. Like I never get it. The only times I get it is watching movies that have anxiety inducing scenes because
Yeah.
I can like feel what they're trying to make the audience feel.
hmm
And that movie is the most anxiety inducing scene I have ever seen in any movie in The Thing. And this movie does it, and it is not as good, but it is still really good, and it has a really funny moment, and you're really just guessing who is turned,
Yeah.
because they're like someone has to be turned, and then because you think it's Perlene, the
Mhm.
girl, because she just doesn't want to eat garlic because she doesn't like garlic, and then she eats it, and you're like, okay, she actually just doesn't like garlic, and then it gets to Slim, and it's like, oh, he's the last one. It's gonna be him because
You would think that
yeah, because
they
like,
would
oh,
have
it's
done
gonna
it
be
that
the
way.
last person, and then he starts like, it seems like he's about to throw up, and then Smoke is ready to just shoot him,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh no, it's just the booze coming back up,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then it was like, the sound design was so gross.
Yeah, those two when they were eating garlic, I was like
It's-
garlic's not that bad. Like obviously nobody wants to eat just like garlic, but
Oh, they made a joke about pickled garlic because I had like pickled garlic. There.
Yeah.
They're like, we couldn't get the pickled. Perlene goes, we couldn't get the pickled kind.
yeah,
That was funny.
yeah, that was good. All right, I want to talk about the music, the soundtrack.
Again.
Yes, because specifically the shandy, the Irish shandy.
Okay, I was gonna ask about this because he implements like Ryan Coogler implements like jazz, blues,
Mhm.
and then he implements like Irish culture songs.
Mhm.
Uh, So, okay, I was gonna wait a little bit, but I'm gonna ask you this now. What's your top 3 songs of this movie?
Definitely the Irish Shandy. I
The
love
Rocky
me.
Road to Dublin.
Yeah,
That's my favorite like musical sequence. Okay, I don't know about favorite. It's like 1A is that, and then
1A.
1B.
1A.
I should have seen that one. But it's one Rocky Road to Dublin, and then the one that Miles Canton sings during like the cultural scene.
Hmm.
Um, uh, where I think is it called Somebody Take Me, or like the a road to. I think it's called Somebody Take Me. I might be wrong, but those two are like neck and neck.
Yeah, yeah. I love me a good shandy.
I also really
I have a lot
liked.
of shandies on my playlist. Jackson likes them too. He likes them a lot.
I'd say I also really liked Pick Poor Robin Clean.
Which one is that one?
The one where it's Remick and the couple from the cabin,
Oh, okay, yeah,
and then
yeah.
they do like the guitar swing.
Yes, I like that a lot too. The scene, the one in the barn, I thought was so weird at first. The
At first, I was
song
like,
is
"What is happening?"
super good,
Yeah, that's
but
probably my favorite song from the movie
it's definitely my second choice.
because it starts out and you're like, "Oh, he's just playing a song," and then it just picks up and just keeps going and going. You're like,
But then like it kind of takes a minute, but then you start to notice like the different clothes that people are
"Yeah,"
wearing,
and
and
then
it
you
kind of goes through
see
the culture in different
the
eras.
DJ starts playing like rock, and
Yeah,
they start playing like hard like electric guitar rock, and then getting into like rap, and then at the same time like ancient like African like campfire music,
yeah, yeah, something like that.
and then they also have like like ancient Asian
Yeah,
music,
there was like culture from a lot of different areas.
and I think that they put that scene in there for just kind of showing the evolution of music,
Hmm.
but at the same time to show that this is like a generational party. Like this is a party
Yeah,
that will be remembered by all of them
yeah,
until
yeah, right, and
like a party that everyone would talk about for centuries. That would like
that would have.
yeah, that had like a legacy.
Yeah, and music is such a focal point in this movie, and so like having this song in there, and at first I thought it was weird, and I didn't like it, and then as it kept going, I was like, "Ooh, it's catchy. The song is really good, and things are starting to make much more sense," and it was an interesting choice to do that in this type of movie, I
Yeah.
think, but it just kind of shows that like music transcends everything.
So who's your top 3 characters? I feel like you can come. I feel I'll let you combine Smoke and Stack
Okay.
because it's the same actor.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Smoking Stack, obviously, and then let me look at Letterbox to make sure I got the names. Sammy's number two, because he like has this like innocence to him,
Mm-hmm.
and he wants to be like just
Great.
like
He wants to
Smoking
be
Stack.
yeah. He wants to be like them, but he also wants to be great.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then that's why at the end
And it works out because like his dad, who's the
doesn't want him
preacher,
to do
doesn't
that.
want him to do any of that.
Which some
It's like the
people
devil's music in his mind.
I've seen, yeah, I've seen some people say that Remick told him to never let go of the guitar because it
Yeah.
like kept him safe.
Hmm.
But I think Sammy didn't let go of the guitar because when his dad told him to let go, it was kind of like him letting go of his dream.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then he like really saw. He's like, if a vampire hunted me down because I'm good at playing
Hmm.
blues music, then
Hmm.
I gotta have something.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that was
I would say my third character is I really liked Cornbread's character, but also I really liked Haley's character, Mary. Like I liked her a lot because I think it was like why is she there kind of, and then you kind of get the sense that of why she's there, and I honestly really thought she was the villain for the entire time, and then it ended up not being her, and the way everything kind of happened and how she turned, and like her lines after that were really really good,
mhm.
and I just liked her a lot. I think she might be my third choice, honestly.
I would say obviously Smokestack
Hmm.
at the top. I really liked Slim. I really like Sammy. I like Cornbread, but he didn't have that much depth to his
Yeah,
character.
that's yeah.
He definitely served his purpose. He
Mhm.
did really good at that. Uh, say Sammy, and I'd say Remick.
Okay.
I really liked Remick.
Yeah, at first I was like, I didn't think I'd like his character at all. Like when he's at the house, but then
Which the reason why he like falls in a frame weirdly like that is because he's supposed to be like a fallen angel.
Oh,
So
really?
he comes into screen like falling.
I thought it was gonna be like some weird vampire thing where he turned into a bat and like or flew like he flies.
I'm so glad that they didn't like emphasize his abilities so
Mhm.
much. They weren't flashy with it. They were like he can fly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I immediately thought of Star Wars. They fly now. He can fly. He can like obviously transform into something else because his like hands were growing.
Yeah.
Uh, and then he just had some weird abilities. He had a weird like hive mind thing, but I'm glad that they didn't like glorify it.
Yeah.
Oh, I also said that it would be nominated for visual effects makeup,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
but
Yeah. Well, some of the people that were turned like looked really good, and then some of them kind of looked funky
Mhm.
to me. Like there was like a lot of like flesh that was just kind of like
yeah,
bulged up and looked weird.
I did like the golden eyes,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess that could also be interpreted as like some depictions of like the devil. He has coins on his eyes,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
that could
Yeah.
be something.
Okay.
Do you wanna go into trivia now?
Yeah.
I'll start with
Let's
general.
start with our trivia. Yeah.
You wanna go first? Or you want me to go first?
You can go first this time.
Okay. Who co-wrote and starred in Hot Fuzz?
Simon Pegg.
Yep. Didn't even have to read it.
Well, he's also in Mission Impossible, so
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Benji, is that his name?
Yeah.
Right? I don't know how I knew that. Which organization does Clarice Starling work for in Sounds of the Lambs?
CIA.
Nope.
No, FBI.
Yep.
I was gonna give you that one last week too, and I was like maybe I'll trip him up, and then I get tripped up. That's
The flashback at the start of There's Something About Mary is set in what year? It's when they're like going to prom.
something about Mary. Oh man. What are the options?
Oh, okay, I'll give you some hints first.
Okay.
The movie came out in the 2000s,
Okay.
and they're going to prom, and they're middle aged during the story.
Okay.
75, 80, 85, or 99. I might not have to do that too much.
85.
Yep.
Yeah.
What type of doctor is Doctor Strange?
He is a neurosurgeon. Yeah, those are easy.
What does Alan name the baby in The Hangover? I picked this one because it's just so funny.
Oh, I know this one. What are the
Diego, Juan, Carlos, or Gomez?
Carlos?
Yep.
Yeah.
Baby Carlos.
All right. What letter is assigned to Will Smith's character in Men in Black? It's one
Not
of the
K.
26 letters of the alphabet.
It's not K because that's
That's
Tommy Lee Jones.
mhm.
Agent.
Do you want the
Yeah.
Q, P, J, or K?
It's not. Is it J?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's J.
JK. Yeah, because I always thought that was funny that their initials together were JK.
Yeah. In what 1976 movie does Robert De Niro say the famous line, "You talking to me?"
Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
Directed by Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese's scene in that movie is really good. And no one ever talks about that.
No, they don't. Which film earned Tom Hanks an Oscar in 1994?
Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
I immediately knew that because I knew Forrest Gump came out in 94.
There you go.
Directed by Robert Zemeckis. Good movie. That's the most watched movie on Thanksgiving.
Is it?
Yeah, in the U.S.
Huh. I didn't know that. All right, this one's gonna be super easy. I thought it would be. I could change it around.
No, I feel like it's not gonna. I'm gonna overthink it now.
No. As soon as I say it, Mikey is the main character in this movie.
Goonies.
Yeah. It's the question is Mikey, Mouth, Data, and Chunk.
Oh, that is yeah.
Yeah. So, at first I thought I could change it to make it like harder. Which famous Pulp Fiction scene was filmed backwards?
The overdose scene.
There
Where
you
Mia
go.
overdoses.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a good
Those
movie.
those are pretty easy today.
It's a good movie.
It is a really good movie.
Love Pulp Fiction. Okay. You want me to go first on this one again?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sinners is set during which era and what state? I won't say the town because that's a little hard.
Gosh, state Louisiana,
Nope. Kind of close.
Alabama,
Nope.
Mississippi.
Yep.
Okay.
And
And what
then-
era?
yeah.
It was in the 30s.
No, like what like political era? I spoiled it earlier. and I
Yeah,
was
the
like, dang it.
Prohibition and the Jim Crow.
Yeah. This one is that one's way too easy. Well, do you know where it was shot? It was shot on location.
No idea.
Well, different locations, but like at the location out on like a soundstage for a lot of it. New Orleans, Louisiana, and Mississippi.
Oh, okay. That was kind of. I mean, kind of.
This one's a really easy question. I'm gonna ask it because it's just that easy. but this one doesn't count for one of them. Who plays the twins?
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna know this one. Actually, okay, this one, you're gonna have your mind blown. What is the costume design from? It's from another movie. They used the costumes from another movie, and it was inspired by this other movie. And you're gonna be so confused. And then once I kind of explain it, you're gonna be like, okay.
Can I have a hint?
Ryan Coogler has worked with this company before.
No idea.
It's a Marvel movie.
Captain America.
It's a Marvel movie that will never come out. Got canceled.
Oh, Blade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used the costumes that they were gonna use for Blade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they should just let Ryan Coogler direct Blade
Yeah, they should.
if he wanted to do it. I'm assuming that he wants to veer away.
Actually,
from IP.
I think, yes, I think it would be good for him to stay away from IP, but also
Mhm.
I would rather see him in the DCU.
Okay.
Like
He might have a. Well,
Like
are we
a
talking DCU or are we talking Matt Reeves?
DCU, or it could be like an Elseworlds movie, depending on because there's a lot of horror ish. Like I'm pretty sure they have. They have a director for Clayface already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Clayface would have been a good one. Swamp Thing that'd be a good
Especially
one.
the Louisiana.
Yeah, I think he could do Swamp Thing pretty well. Okay.
I feel like I'm gonna not do very good on this one.
Okay. Who was originally considered for the role of Mary?
I've heard of this one.
It's a musical artist.
Isn't it Ariana Grande?
No. Well, no.
Is it a female rapper?
Not rapper.
Pop star? Hip hop?
Pop, I think.
Is it one that Elizabeth listens to?
I don't think so.
Give me a hint.
Actually, I don't think I can give you a hint because I don't listen to her.
Rihanna?
No. Yeah, I can't give you a hint.
Who is it?
Halsey.
I'm glad that they chose Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah. What was the working title of Sinners?
I've heard this one before. Isn't it something like totally not related? It's got like a funny name, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Shane Gillis.
Oh, grilled cheese?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember I heard that and I was like, what? I know all of Christopher Nolan's movies had some weird title that were kind of cool.
Yeah.
Also, you know what? I was going to wait till like movie news, but since we kind of referenced one of this director's movies, and I've just been so excited to say this. Tarantino's movie, his final movie, is finally in pre-production.
What's it called?
It's untitled.
Okay.
So I will bring it up again in movie news, but finally,
Okay. That's good.
we're getting the last Tarantino. It's sad, but
Yeah.
it's cool.
I mean, his movies will live on forever, so
Yeah.
it's fine. I'll do one more.
Okay.
I don't like that one. I don't know if you'll get this or not. What is a key visual element of the film?
That's such a vague question.
Yeah, it is.
A key element.
Yeah. I'd say a hint would be like Cornbread, the character.
I was gonna say there's a lot of low shots for a lot of the human characters, and once they like switch to the vampires, they have really high shots.
But it would be like an actual setting, or not. I wouldn't say setting, but an area.
What?
Think of where we saw Cornbread for the first time.
In a cornfield.
No.
In a field.
Yeah. What kind of field?
Wheat.
No.
Fruit.
No.
Sorts. Cotton.
Yeah. It was a cotton field. There's a key visual element in the movie.
That's kind of common sense. I should, because they're talking about the Jim Crow era.
Yeah.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah, that's strange. But well, I could say this on movie news too, but I guess it's rumored that Chris Evans, his name for or alias, or I don't know, for Doomsday is Luke Cage.
What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
I guess to throw people off. I guess I don't really know. But
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
Funny though.
Okay, so let's get back to a little bit. There was one thing, and I wish it would have did it the way I wanted it to. It's not my movie, I have no say. But the end, when it's sunny, everybody's gone, dead, whatever.
I wish that Michael B. Jordan got shot more during that scene, because I feel like it's weird that he only got shot once.
Yeah, but when
That's such a cool scene.
when those people came to take care of everybody in the barn, and then Michael B. Jordan starts to shoot everybody, I thought immediately that it was going to go and kind of go through his journey as
A person.
yeah. So he started out with a rifle, is showing his time in the military, and then
Switches to the Tommy gun.
The switches to the Tommy gun. His time in Chicago.
The grenade could be like the explosive night.
Yeah, I guess. But like, and then it kind of drops off, and I was like, oh, okay. I wish they would have like ha- shown it that way.
Wait, doesn't he go like akimbo at one point with two pistols or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, because if he does, that would have been an interesting way to like if he dropped one or something to show how he's now
Yeah.
alone.
Yeah.
I thought because once you said that, I was like, that'd be interesting if they try to tell a little story in that,
Mm-hmm.
to like show his character, and then like telling a story in the story of showing how like his evolution as a person and as a character, and like the loss of his kid, and then just showing the loss after loss,
Mm-hmm.
and then like just having like an emotional beat to where like he really just feels alone,
Yeah.
and like he's kind of doesn't really have a purpose anymore.
Mm-hmm. That ending was kind of really sad when he's
That's where the
he's
gladiator
fading.
thing came
Yeah,
from.
he's fading, and then you see
Queen is fading.
you see his wife, I guess.
Baby mama
Yeah, and then
with
child.
their kid.
Yeah.
Also, my friends and I are just idiots because we didn't realize that they had lost their child, even though
I knew that right away.
when he's like delivering flowers to a little grave with like a bottle of milk, that should have gave it away. And then she literally says, she's like talking about like the spices or herbs or whatever, and he's like didn't save our baby. I guess I just wasn't listening.
Yeah, because I immediately picked up on that right away, which I
like,
think adds to his character a lot.
Which I really wish that I picked up on that the first time I watched it because I thought it would have made it just a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because we were watching it and we were all confused, me and my two friends, and then I looked over, I was like, they had a baby. That's why he dropped out flowers.
Yeah.
That was their baby, and they were like, what? I
Yeah.
was like, oh, we're dumb.
Yeah, I picked up on that immediately. And it,
Some
yeah, I don't
film
know.
critics we are.
Yeah, yeah. There have been times when we've watched something and you didn't pick up on something, and I immediately picked up on it, and I feel like part of it is just you weren't like fully paying attention, or just it didn't register for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I picked up on it right away, and I think it made at least my first time watching it better, just because like that experience really kind of helped shape who he was as a character, like going through that loss, and then losing his brother, and now he's
It
alone.
also, I think it was, I kind of wish that they showed a little more emphasis on that part because it seemed like he had been taking all like the bad stuff that had happened to both of them
Mm-hmm.
and took all the weight of it and like went through all of it so smoked or so stacked didn't have to.
Yeah,
But then we didn't really get to see like how much it really affected him,
yeah,
like to the full extent.
yeah. Because I feel like that probably was, and I don't know if they said it or anything, but that might have been like what caused him to go to Chicago in the first place.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Because when Stack talked about it, he really was just kind of like, we went.
Yeah, yeah. But I feel like that's like the reason why they left to go there.
I think the biggest moment that we should talk about is I think what makes the movie maybe even a whole the scene that makes the movie a whole star, maybe half star better, is the mid credit scene. Is that
Yeah.
scene like people were walking out of the theater and then I was like, y'all dumb? There's a
Mhm.
whole scene. Well, there's technically two, but like there's a whole scene. And I was like, if I didn't see that, like it changes your perspective on the movie.
Mhm.
And then another thing is the jazz bar is called Perlene's
Mhm.
because Sammy named it after the girl that he met that night.
Yeah.
And we see old Sammy with the scar, still has the guitar, and then we see that Stack and Mary are still kicking it, still going.
Yeah. It would be nice to like see
But
their journey. I
Yeah.
guess like maybe it's not set in the 90s. Maybe it's set a little bit earlier. And kind of see
Maybe
like
early 90s.
yeah, or like see kind of like where like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're doing,
Yeah.
because like at that point,
I think they just went clubbing for
yeah, like it could be
50 years.
interesting, but at the same time, like what were they doing? They had no like purpose
Mhm.
necessarily as vampires, so it's just like now they're living with this like immortality. So it would be cool to kind of see, but I did like that scene a lot. It's nice to see that like Sammy's still, playing music and stuff like that, and then like the emotional
That
conversation.
that song is really good during
Yeah.
that. Also, one thing that one of my friends picked up on that was really sad is Sammy asks Stack to drive the car
Mm,
that he's driving at the beginning, and then Stack says you can drive it on the way back, and he does drive it on the way back,
he does
but after everything
everything.
that had happened.
Yeah. I also like the how the beginning was actually the end,
Yeah,
where he shows up and then it has those jump scare moments. I was like so
I've seen
surprised.
some theories that Sammy, which I don't know how to feel about this, is partially a vampire because when the church door opens, he's just standing there, and then his dad says, "What are you doing? Come in," and then he goes in, like he got invited in.
I don't like that.
Not like an act, not like a full vampire, but like
Yeah,
he
like a
has
Blade.
kind of like Blade.
Yeah,
Sounds like Ryan Coogler should direct Blade,
yeah.
but like something like that where he's got something.
I did. You didn't agree with me, but that second end credit scene where he's playing
I
and
like
then
that scene a lot.
yeah, I do too. But like I thought, like when it ended, he looked up like as somebody was standing there, and it was
I don't think that's what that is.
no. But I think that's what it
I think
is.
that's I think that's just when the smokestacks picked him up, or when his dad
Mm,
grabbed him. Well, because it starts and we see him
it can't be
like
that
working.
meaningless.
I think it's just when they showed up,
Hmm.
but I think it's just him getting ready for the day, because after he got the thing, he's like, okay, we're playing later. Because he starts playing that song during the like
Yeah.
cultural scene.
Okay. I guess.
I think it's just someone picking him up,
I would like to think that there was somebody standing there.
but he doesn't have the scar or the cut.
Does he not? I guess.
And then I
Well,
like
that just ruined that.
then I do like the scene, I like the shot of him driving off in the distance with the broken guitar, because he's like, I feel like it kind of made him realize that he does have like a purpose,
Hmm.
and that music is his purpose.
Yeah, yeah, and especially like the when he shows up at the church, he's
Mm.
like, let go of the guitar, like drop the guitar, and he's not dropping it. Like he needs to hold on to it because
He realizes that like music is
like that's
the
his,
one thing that he needs to hold on to.
yeah, and that's
even
what keeps
even
him
if when he
safe.
loses everything, he realizes that music is the only thing that he has left.
Yeah, yeah. Overall, this movie
There's
was
just so much
good.
like that. I feel like I could go into like the like bringing, like how music brings people together,
Hmm.
and that's why they're like playing the Irish songs also,
Hmm.
along with like the blues, is to bring them together,
Yeah.
but then like doing it for the wrong reasons, which there's just so much symbolism
Hmm.
in it, which I feel like is I really enjoyed, because it means anyone can interpret how they want it, and it just makes it a different movie for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's a different experience for everyone, and everyone interpreted it a different way, so everyone had their own version of this movie in their head.
Yeah. Something that it just reminded me of a scene in the beginning where Smoke is kind of getting everything ready. He goes to the to set up the food, and then he talks to the yeah. But like the way he was like talking to the girl was really cool because he was at like he was selfless in a way. Like it showed like some selflessness.
Wait, the girl where he's like, "Do you know how to count?"
Yeah.
Or the okay, I didn't know if
Yeah.
you're talking about the shop owner's daughter.
No, and then he's gonna pay her, and he throws out a number, and she's like, okay, and he's like, no, no, you gotta hustle a little bit and kind of teach her that if somebody tries to like get her to do a job, like don't do it for whatever they say, kind of negotiate. I thought that was pretty cool.
Which when that happened, because right after he goes into the general store,
Hmm.
and then he's asking about painting the thing, and then I feel like she is that woman, the Asian woman, is not much younger, but significantly younger. So when the Smokestack twins left, they were like they were young adults,
Yeah.
and I'm assuming that she was probably still a teenager, and I'm assuming Smoke probably taught her that, because she negotiates with him.
Mm.
He's like, "How about to get it done like by tonight?" She's
Yeah.
like, "This much," and he's like, "How about this?" And he almost seems like proud.
Hmm. Yeah, that was cool. I like that.
But I also like to think that's something that he might have picked up on in Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah, from Capone,
Yeah.
that would make a lot of sense. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just interpreting it.
Yeah. Well, anything else you want to discuss on this movie?
No, I want to watch it again.
Yeah. You give it 4.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It won't go to a 5, I don't think there's such thing.
There is no such thing as a 5-star movie because then there's
I feel like there's gonna be one movie where you can let be a 5-star, and then once you do it, then you're like, well, then all these movies are 5 stars.
yeah.
I do think that there's a handful that are close. I really,
Yeah,
really,
really close.
really think that 2001: A Space Odyssey, directed by Stanley Kubrick, is up there. That one's up there.
Yeah.
Also, The Thing, probably my favorite body horror
Okay.
movie. I really enjoyed it.
I feel like there are plenty of 5-star movies, but you just can't do it because it like
Because then, I feel like 5-star, it's the highest rating, so it's got to be perfect.
yeah.
And no
No.
matter what, there's going to be a continuity error. There's going to be some weird audio, some weird looking shot. There's something that's
Yeah,
gonna be wrong.
or a scene
Taxi
that
Driver
just doesn't sit right with you.
Yeah, Taxi Driver. It's up there. It's amazing.
Hmm.
Um,
I don't think I'll ever give anything 5 stars.
a lot of Tarantino's catalog. A lot of Interstellar. That one is like a generational movie.
Yeah.
That one, that's a movie that'll change some people.
Yeah.
Same with 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Mm-hmm. You really like that movie. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that was our review on Sinners. So let us know what you thought. Go watch the movie if you haven't watched it. And we'll see you next time for some movie news.
Stay classy, world. I'm Ron Burgundy.